cool, right? Want to know where I got it? Well, look, go to cs.money. It's a trade platform and a marketplace at the same time. Just choose, click, and get. Good luck, bro.
I'll take that. Yes. Hells yes. Oh, armed and dangerous. Oh, hell yes.
Hellcase. Big update and new features in the case battles. Updated and convenient interface with new options. Up to 4 users can participate in one battle now. Create and customize your battles, any number and any type of cases. Choose the number of participants and invite your friends with a unique link. Watch the best drop and win everything. Don't miss epic battles on Hellcase.
Welcome back to StarSeries and I-League. Welcome back to the European qualifiers. We're into map 2 between Big and Searson as part of our best of 3 to decide who is going through the semi-finals to take on the winner of the Tricked versus Aristocracy match, which is taking place a little bit later on today. I'm the Eternal J. I'm taking you through today's proceedings. And if you're just joining us, you missed out on a bit of an epic. Nuke was map number 1 and it barely went to the favor of Big. Sprout with a solid start took control in the first half, and now here in the second half they just about lost control against their fellow Germans. And now we move on to Big's map pick of Overpass. A curious little choice considering that both sides have not had a lot of really big sort of results on this one. You know, they've had a couple of openings, a couple of opportunities to try and prove themselves, but all in all their win rates are pretty low. Even to the point that Big, their most notable result as of late was a 16-12 against Forza. So you know, it was their map pick, and again, you've got to go back to that history point as well, is that the core of these sides, when they faced off against each other in the Europe Minor Closed Qualifier, it was a 16-6 on Overpass. So there's already a little bit of history on this particular map. It was a core of 3 from Big and a core of 4 from Sprout. So things have changed. The results could differ. I'm not going to say that Sprout are out of it just yet, but if Big are able to channel the inner workings of what they were able to achieve back in that particular map up, then this might end up being a simple 2-0 series for Big, and that, you know, basically poops on all my individual predictions. I thought this would be a 3-mapper, but apparently it is not. We're getting into the pistol round right about now here between Sprout and Big. You can see that Sprout will start things off over on that CT side. So we get ready for the game here. Again, for Big, this is a map they can take the whole series on right here, right now. The defuse in for Spiddy, the nade up for him as well. Another flash and smoke for Tizzy, and the flash smoke for Tabson with a P250. So a little bit of you know, utility basis here for the Big side. And I'm disappointed that Tabson doesn't pass that P250 to someone with Kevlar. I'd love to see Smoothie take that. Maybe even Zentaris, actually. Zentaris taking that one. He was pretty consistent with the rifles and with the pistols. Saw some really good pistol rounds from him, really good defensive plays being set up, and offensive plays as well for the Big side, all thanks to Zentaris. So that's what I'd do if I was Big, but they're opting with the utility and the P250 on Tabson. So let's see what he can do. As Smoothie takes face out towards that mid position, 2 players back towards Monster as well for the Big side, and the USP shots missing from Searson. Smoothie cuts him down. Look for this next 3rd frag, not quite found against Favre, and he is traded back by Next though. So all in all, the C's do gain the advantage and keep it above the Sprout side. Nice plays in towards mid. Now here come the smokes and the flashbangs over towards the short control. 2 players make their way in. It's all going to rest onto Spiddy to hold the defense. USP headshot's going to get missed out against Zentara, spotting out Tizzy in as well. Zentara's wrapped back in over to the bridge. 1 good headshot. 2nd player faces in though, and that'll be the only chance for the CTs to gain the opening round. Gone. Keto's got no way of retaking this one. The defuse kit I don't even think it was bought by Sprout. I didn't get a chance to take a look, but either way, it's not on him and it's way out of discourse. Maybe even be dropped towards mid, which at this point would definitely make the round completely unrecoverable. There's no way that he's going to get back there, pick up the defuse, and come back to retake in time. Let alone go for the retake and get onto the bomb site. Nice peek and peek. Over to the jungle area. Not quite spotting out the man that was placed up there. Tizian gets away in that respect, but no kills going the way of the Sprout side on the retake again. It was always going to be a difficult prospect. 1 versus 3 for Keto. And Big will take the pistol here to start things off on their T side.
Terrorists win.
Of course, the force back from Sprout is not surprising either. The scout in for Searson. The Eagles out for the CT side with a P250 as well for Dennis. Oh, double nade down on Smooya. He kind of read it to a certain extent, but it doesn't negate all the damage. 64 points of HP, starting things off on the wrong foot as Farven and Searson strike first. 2 good shots coming through with Farven deagling down Zentaris, the scout finishing off Smooya. A 5v3 instantly gained by Sprout. Deagle up from Spiddy. We can catch off any more out towards that boost spot, but no one's going to be seen in the short position. Big actually going to back out of the B site hit entirely. Falling away and getting up to the top mid area. 3 players and the bomb on the back. Tizian. Bringing the AK. Over at Tabson and Nex. Slowly creeping up to try to take a face in towards that mid position or towards that long area, in particular the long control. Difficult against the likes of Keto. Hand cannons at the ready. Will take a quick pop shot, but will not be able to take anyone down. Will do a little bit of damage, I believe. Now backed up by the scout of Searson, now scoping in, shooting out one, missing the bullet on the second. That could have been a nice headshot on Nex, but Nex able to get a trade, and Keto still waiting back here with the Deagle. Are they going to check this corner? Apparently not. Deagle up for the first face, only gets that one frag though. The AK gets traded, Nex goes falling, it's all to Tizian. Bomb on his back, 15 seconds to win. He takes out Speedy, just connects that spray together, but unable to go much further than that one frag. So 1-1 on the board here. As things look pretty peachy at the moment for the Sprout side. Again, very similar to the way things went down on Nuke. That opening pistol went in the favor of Big. The response round quickly found back by Sprout. And even though the odds are against him, even though this is Big's map pick, again, I feel like that this is the kind of player that would get a team back under contention. And the force buy will come back for the teams regardless, the Eagles and Scouts and such. P250 for next, CZ on Smooya. And Big at the moment. Flashed in over to WC, checking out the bathrooms area, hoping to catch off someone, but no one will be lurking for the CT forces. For the most part, they're very passive. On the B-bomb site, on towards A, spray in from Searson, looking for the first man, but next with that P250, takes him down, starts things off on the right foot for Big. Keto now, moving up with the M4. Tizian and Smooya, both players up, burst through, doing no damage to the likes of Tizian, and Smooya back over in the bathrooms. Just waiting around, a second jump face from the out to catch off. Keto will confirm his position out here with the flashbang taking him. Speedy takes 2 more back towards the bathrooms, and Taris and Smooya. Tizian won't get a jump face in them again, but it will get the smoke down to try and buy a little bit of breathing room for Big as they try and work their way out of the long position. They have to get this bomb picked up at bathrooms though. That is the main issue. Scout shot, Keto swings in, takes the headshot, sprays through the smoke and does damage to Tizian. Eventually dealt with by Spiddy, leaving Nex with no chance in this round. 10 seconds left, and Farven will finish off the job. 3k for Spiddy though. well held to that mid position, and a second round on the board for Sprout. Big. Now down to full eco in this one. It's going to be a third for the CTs unless they do something magical with these Glocks, but I don't think that they can. I won't lie to you. M4 of Keto actually overwhelmed by some of the pistols here. Incendiaries in, damage being done. Eventually Keto does get one kill, second kill from beyond the grave, but the only man defending the bomb site is Searson. Wraps back in from mid. SMG kill on one player. M4 getting suppressed, so a little bit of a panic moment there for Sprout. But they do maintain the control, and they do maintain that third in the end, even though it was a lot closer than a lot of people might have expected at this stage. And big. Now with the AKs, the two Kriegs on Nex and Tabson, or in for Searson. Ops out. He can place himself out towards that long position, see if we can catch off any of the default players from Big, but this time they're not really going to go forward and try and push into that mid position. Tizian takes out Spiddy, starts things off on the right foot. First man down on the B bomb site defensive. Farvan and Dennis ready to respond. The incendiaries don't quite land close enough, but Zantara still comes up and takes the frag back as Farvan's completely blind. Dennis here with one trade frag. Got to get a couple more though. Secondary frag on Tabson, wrapped back in the backhand side from Zentaris in at water. The bomb plant should be secured in a couple seconds time. 3v2 scenario. Keto and Searson flashing into the bomb site. Eventually Keto's dealt with, leaving Searson alone. Up 1 versus 3. Backing up, backing out. We'll concede round 2 to the big side, so a bit of a back and forth affair. You know, Sprout were able to run away with a pretty decent standing. I think a 4-2 scoreline was the closest it got at the very early part of the matchup. What really took away for Sprout over on Nuke. So far, it has been pretty confident stuff being posted up by the big side all the same, so might even be able to take the lead away at this stage, especially with the economy slate for Sprout that will be looking shaky off the back of this next buy. They will have the investment for this round, number 6. 2 AWPs in, Farvan and Searson, 2 M4s for Dennis and Keto. The FAMAS for Spiddy to round out the buy, so not confident, and again, this will leave very little in the savings. Very little in the loss bonus as well for Sprout. Very early days to get the economy rolling. Big will buy up to the AKs and the Kriegs as standard. Nades up. That should do, I thought we were going to say a lot of damage onto the player making their way out, but no. He evades it entirely. Big once again reading that nade stack from Sprout. And Farvan trying to regress down the monster area. The smokes are also in for him. Keeping him blinded off. Eventually a secondary smoke will go down the nade. We won't do any damage onto his position. And the AWP will continue to hold a very tight angle, a very, very tight angle indeed, which may actually be able to deny a bomb plant, potentially. Depends how they cross so far for the big side. They are just maintaining map control, not pushing for much more past the T-con position. As Farvan does cut off that bomb plant, and crucial information being gained. There's smoke down, allowed to cross back to the bomb site. He's got the man advantage. Continue to try fire away, but will not connect a second shot. Dennis, M4 up at sandbags, expecting Big to also make their way in from short, but they are not going to be as advanced as they are at Monster. Flashbands come forwards and Taras will catch that one to the face. That's going to peek in, take him down. Secondary kill. Isolated by the CT forces. Incendiary's back. Farmer with a counter one from the force him forward. Getting himself a secondary kill with Spitty coming up on towards Tizian. Last man standing is next with a Krieg in his hands. 1v5 with 25 on the clock. He might burst his way through on Keto, but Keto will take him out instead. A nice AWP play from Father. Nice flash play from Dennis as well, being allowed into the short position to get the kill on the man that was there. Well placed. And well done, because again, that will be enough to keep the fourth on the board for Sprout. And we saw how well that nuke side went on the CT side. They were able to run away with a 9-2 half before Big started bringing it back. Especially now that we're down to the half by eco status. And Searson shuts down one man already. I think it was the utility player as well of Tabson. He was the only player that bought at least a 3 set for the smokes and flashes and such. Tizian ready. Oh, there we go. CT's a nice push forward, getting the control in the monster position. Now Keto here with a lineup on several players. Smoothie will take him down. See it sometimes back. Now USP up against the next man. The AK picks up and Smoothie, well, almost tried his best, but not to be in that one. Second on the board. Sorry, fifth on the board, excuse me, for Sprout. I don't know why I thought Big was on the CT side, but defensive held, well placed. Watch this AWP play from Searson again. 3 kills for him in that round, holding the defensive down. But again, good aggressive play out towards Monster from the B-site players. They're looking pretty confident right now on that B-site hold. Big better be concerned about that. I mean, it was only a pistol round at eco for the big sides, and the big guns come here on round 8. Keto already pushing forward and taking a headshot back on next. Not expecting it. Opening up the round again for Sprout, like, limiting the options for the T side. Farven's boosted up into that short position. Squeaky door uncontested, and if he opened that up, Zentaris could have been on for a decent headshot. But Ops against it as the CTs continue to hold that mid position. Keto and Spiddy. The players falling back. Smoothie with the AWP. Doing the press forward here onto the A-bomb site. Check out a bit of vision, but no one's going to be seeing. CS is going to hear that scope as well, so he's got a scope of his own. He peeks in to take out Zentaris. That's a secondary kill against Big, completely untraded. Small gap, he lands a tag on Tabson. And Smoothie is dealt with by Keto and Tabson. Now a war on 2 fronts to fight. And the bomb will be dropped by the face-in from Keto. 3 kills from Keto, in fact. And Tizian, last man standing. This is a Sprout that can look really deadly, to be honest. And Keto is one of the guys that if he steps up, Sprout can look like a force to be reckoned with, even at top levels of Counter-Strike. With 3 frags to his name in this round, it looks like he is on form for this map-up. The one for Sprout to stay alive in this series. In fact, he is top fragging. 9 kills so far in these 8 rounds. Timeout will be called by Big again. They have been down for a number of moments here. Unable to enable Zentaris, I want to say. Tabson's also not gotten a single kill so far in this matchup. Sprout can now bring out the double op setup from Searson and Farven. That's a deadly combination. Searson's been great. Farven's also on 7 kills. The only player really underperforming in all quotations is Dennis, but that doesn't matter when your teammates are posting numbers like this already in the map up. It's not amazing numbers, but it's keeping pace. certainly outpacing the big side. They play a bit more of a passive default into Connector. It's the one place that Sprout don't really want to contest. Connector is the area that they've left open pretty easily so far. They've gone towards mid, they've gone towards the long position. But they haven't really gone towards short and Connector, and they haven't aggressed that position, you know. That's a great little exploitation position that Big could use if they can push up towards those stairs, try and isolate the players back over in the mid area. Opening up a couple opportunities, but for the moment, it's passive. Searson about to face. Good flick on Xantares. Smoke back down, Incendiary to try and block off the second player. He saw him. And Dennis also looking on to the short position, expecting more T-side presence. Meanwhile, a push coming in from Smooya at mid. Probably going to get shut down at this stage by Searson or Farven. AWP is still in play. Flick does not quite land. Smooya caught off guard by Searson regardless. Nikito at point blank here towards the monster position will only be able to get one death. Spiddy trades. Next comes up with a second. Spiddy keeps his control and is pacing. Tabson last man standing. A slower pace style of game there from Big, but unfortunately it doesn't work for them. 7-2. I mean, the equipment is a bit limited, so credit to them on that respect. But the bottom line is the score line. Nades up against Nex. This time they do contest the Connector position. It's in a pretty safe affair for Big. And look at Keto going to wrap back in against both players. 1 kill, 2 kills found. And the short setup shut down by the Sprout side. They're playing so well at the moment. And Big are really struggling, like uncharacteristically struggling. You know, there's a difference between struggling against the CT side of a team who's really good on Nuke and struggling against the CT side of a team who are not that great on Overpass. And I talked about those stats earlier, how both teams have not had great histories on this map, and it really is starting to show here. Orps. Rifles come back into play at the moment. I think Tabson is yet to get a frag. Smooya. Close range into the bathrooms area. So yeah, they're ready, and he's ready for this man. Cannot flash as Keto moves forward, but he's not going to face him. He's not going to take him down. 25 seconds. Time is of the essence. Smooth still with the bomb on his back. He will spot out Keto. He's going to go hunting for this kill, though. Again, he's got the bomb on his back. He needs to push into the bomb site. His teammates need to make a coordinated effort to make it in. It's all going to rest on Tizian. What can he do from long? Sweet FA is the answer to that question. And Smooya is not even going to bother. Save the AWP. As Sprout get to 8. They've already surpassed their previous best. Again, the last time these two teams played it, it was a 16-6 victory for Big. And again, take a look at some of those stats. Tabson, 0 kills, 2 assists, 8 deaths. Nothing posted up. Nothing being posted up right now. Smooth's not had a chance to shine. Xantares also being very quiet in this one. This is a recipe for disaster for Big at the moment. The boost control into the short position at the moment. Nothing being seen by the CTs. Big playing more passive and outside of the initial sprout line. Been more than ever before, essentially. Searson will hold down the AWP towards long. Get ready for the incoming big aggression. Smokes in. One player playing the off angle as well towards that long area. Is he going to peek in? Yes, he will. And Smooya catching the AWP off guard. Next up for next. And Keto gets a secondary kill. 5 on 3. Flashbang in towards the bathrooms with Incendiary down the position of the map. Stop a peek, but perhaps still going to force the issue. And will end up getting a trade. Frank looking at the AWP, but he's not ready for CS. And the quick trades. That's also Tabson's first frag, finally coming through. Searson left isolated to the A bomb site. His teammates should be on the way. 20 seconds left. That bomb's been dropped. The T's are not gaining control of it. That's actually might be round over already. Yeah, they're not going for it. Big are going to save another round here. The best they can do is look for exits. I don't even think they can do that much. Tough slog at this stage. Farther with the Centaurus dropping first. Straight in and straight out. Forced by a round from Big. They need a lot more out of this. Pearson will drop the bomb. Back in with the next man. Actually loses the fight against Smooya. The one rifle left in play for the T side forces, but now Keto moving in on a backstab. Tizian moving up to the B site. AK picked up. Can he get a kill on someone on the CT side? Can he get a pick, an opening to the B bomb site? I don't think he can. We will creep, as will Keto. 2 players to find on the backstab. This could be a massive setup. This is not going to go well. Burst on, takes him down. Allows the bomb to cross to the bomb site with a nade on towards default. Should do some damage, and indeed next. Forced out. 30 seconds left. P250 in his hands. Backup has arrived towards mid, but Tizian's got to do much of the heavy lifting here, and he's not even on the bomb site itself. The plant will be secured. Finally, something going right for Big. Forcing the issue back on Sprout, but now it's do or die. Quite literally, they have to take this round. Sprout will be up on double digits. P250 taps, and Spiddy eventually takes him down as the Molotov burns away. Tizian a good tap, though. That's one frag. Bomb not planted for him, though, and they know this. They know Big in. Good second headshot, but not to the next player, though. The defuse will come through from Spiddy eventually. Dennis is going to take the moment to grab that AWP. Probably look for the second one as well. The one that Smooya might have dropped. Indeed, he does find it. Good shooting from Tizian towards the end of that round, but just again, not enough. Too many players to worry about that 1 versus 3. Big really need to wake up right now. They really need to find the energy. It feels like they've already been defeated because they're just getting ripped apart. Another good pick for Searson. I don't even think Centaurus was flashed in. I don't think he had anything to use in that pop dog position. And Sprout playing so well on CT side. Keto. Backed up with a smoke by a teammate. Nays onto his position. Going to try and keep Tabson at bay. And for the most part, it will be successful. But Tabson slowly sneaks forward. And Keto will catch him off. Still looking in the right position. But Smooya and Tizian do return fire. 3-on-3. And Smooya finds the second orb shot. Finally, he's had enough. The plant should be secured to the default area. And I think the Sprout might have a better opportunity to throw in the towel at this stage. Orb in, M4 over from Connector. This is equipment you don't want to lose at this stage. Incendiaries burst through from Dennis, doing some damage to Tizian. Wrap back in to try to get an exit frag, but they need an opening into the actual bomb site itself. He'll get one, pull some more T-side players his way. If the orb can make his way to the bomb site, he gets next. Isolating the 1v1s. Now Smooya left alone. Utility in for Dennis. Smooya peeks forward, not ready for him. They made their way to the bomb site. They can stick the defuse. They're sticking the whole thing as well. They've got kits and everything. Smooya blind fires, takes out Dennis, but he's not the one defusing the bomb. It's Farben to get the 11th and return straight to the head of the T-side AWPer. And Big lose yet another round. After Smooya entered and did so well to hold on. It's just not to be. Searson shuts out Tabson again to start things off in 14th round. Straight up and out, man down. Another opening frag for the Sprout AWPers. And speaking of AWPers, Searson will take his one out towards long, other side of the map. Keto holding Connector as well. He might not contest this one, but he will hear footsteps. He will get information, start to peek up of his own right. If he gets out Smooya here, this could be a massive takeaway. Indeed he does. Take down one, Sprout on the second, connect to the third, but not take out next. It's a 4-on-2 regardless of the CTs with full control once again for another round in a row. 12-2 to Sprout. Not even a challenge held up by Big. It's not even the end of the first half, and I already think we're probably going to a third map. Look at the numbers being posted by Big. Next on 10 frags. Smooya and 8. 5 for Tizian. 2 for Zentaris. 1 for Tabson. All the kills they've gotten. They're in the final force buy with a YOLO effort rush. Swartov's in, Farben, so much damage being done. He gets a triple. 1 on the M4 and 2 on the Molotov. Dennis finishes off Tabson, the last man left standing in that whole kerfuffle. And Tizian left with an impossible task. This half is over. This round is over. It is 13-2 to Sprout. A great response from the utility and positional play there from the CT side. And again, Big just not even given a chance to get started in this half. Probably the most one-sided half I've seen in a while, I won't lie to you. Big looking good on the back and forth first map. Here in the second one, though, it is the polar opposite. The polar opposite of back and forth. And Sprout look to maintain control of their opponent's map pick, looking like the more confident team as a result of what we've seen so far. Close first map, blowout second map going into Inferno. That may prove to be positive for the Sprout side. And they look to prove themselves as the better German team into the pistol round for the second half. Big on the CT side will start things off with Santaris. He's quickly shut down by Searson. Watching out that mid position. 2 players on short though. They're walking into a trap and next gets 2 simple headshots. Make it 3 as Keto, last man left for the CT side. Or the T side I should say. Smooya shuts him down. And next ends up with a triple. Is this the comeback that Big need, though? Is this the way back into the map up? Is this the way back into the matchup? Flashbangs in, Zentaris Smoothie, both players up to that mid position. No one from Sprout's going to contest it, obviously. They are on the eco. Didn't even get the bomb plant, actually. That's a bit of a change of pace, actually. Both teams have opted to force buy in the second rounds. And for Sprout, that's worked out pretty well, you know. They were able to lose pistols, chill at clubs, have fun, you know. Also win rounds back from the big side, but the equipment on show might not be enough to do that this time around. Regardless, they are looking to the buy-up in round 18. Here they go. Out towards long, and they actually force the issue on Zentaris, force him back at 37 HP. Blocks and PT50's doing that damage, but Smoothie finally lands up on Spitty and Farv and deals with those two. Now Tabson out towards long, but there's a lot of long presence, and lines up the sprays down on two. $1,200 gained. USP rounds the corner for the third frag, and he gets it. So a little bit scary for Zentaris here, and again, he's looking a little bit concerning at the moment. Now bottom fragging for his side. It's a player that a lot of people rate, you know. Even guys from Big and themselves have all said, yeah, this guy's going to be a top guy one day, a top player. God B wouldn't have opted to pick him up if he didn't believe that, you know. SMGs in to T-side players, out to the park sides, and Taris with the nades. Right up and out, Keto and Co. Gonna make their way up and in to the mid position. It's Farvan and Searson out and out towards the long area. Absent. SMG ready up. Searson shuts him down. Sprout with the first kill of the round. It's so far pushed up to the A bomb site. Are Big rotating away? Are they already throwing in the towel for this one? Oh my god, they are. Might get Spitty. No, he shuts out Zentaris. And they slowly make their way into retake positions, but way too late. Searson shuts down Smoothie, and this round was over before it even begun. There's another big I know, that's for certain. 14-4. And again, that third map, ever so close now, just looming over the heads of Sprout and Big. One final buyback from the CT side, from the Berlin-based team. May buy them a chance. They need this round, though. I don't think they can make a 11-round comeback all the way to overtime. I don't think it's going to happen. Sprout win this round, it's over. And we go to Inferno. Seconds left. Smoothie with the AWP. Watching out from APC. Looking Elnet to the long position. The flashbang keeps him away. Smokes back in over a bank. It's a full-blown execution from Sprout. They will force him back. Isolating him from Zentaris in the corner. But he drops that bomb. Looks in for the second. Searson trades it. And Keto keeps control. Expecting players to push in from Dumpster and Bank. Smoothie certainly attempting that bank face. Boost up from Tabson. Might catch off Searson, and indeed it does. That's one good frag, but Keto still holds. He's the anchor point of the defensive. He's going to wait and bait for them to make their way in. Jump around the corner. Next dealt with second player up from Keto. Smooya turns back with Tizzy and getting an SMG kill over in the connector area. So it's all left to Spiddy. 1v2 jump facing, making some noise. Trying to shoulder bait on Smooya, but Smooya holds true and gets the final frag. And Big stay alive for another round here on Overpass. Sprout. They'll buy it back here on the T side to try and contest. They need one good round out of this one. They can force Big back on the money line. The economies are still not good for the CT forces. As bursts in from next, tries to take the first player down. The nade also at the ready. Smokes in. Incendiary's out. Here comes the execute. Two players out at bridge. Next going to line them up and only get the one frag. Kids in on the bomb site. Will drop that bomb temporarily, but Dennis there for the trade back. Tabson now next from strike from jungle. Nade on to Dennis' position. He will not get the kill on it. We stand at evens again, 3-on-3. Spiddy, Dennis, Searson versus Zentaris, Tabson and Smooya. Spiddy forced out of the water corner, takes out Zentaris for his spray trouble. All three players also bottlenecking themselves in from Graffiti and Jungle entrance. They're running out of time. First 10 seconds gone by. Tabson up, Spiddy takes his head off his shoulders. 3 kills for the man, and Smooya left to fall away. There's no way he's retaken with an AWP. He'll have a dream. He'll take Spiddy, at least positioning himself right to get that one kill. We're going to go back here and will not see anything. Sprout will get map point at long last. Oh, how the tables have turned. Oh, how the turns have tables. It was Big would have been sitting in this very position a number of months ago at the Europe Minor Qualifier. Now it's Sprout to return the favor here in the StarSeries qualifier. The force buy from Big, SMGs, AWPs, everything at the ready for the quick face. Smokes out, trying to stall for time at this stage, but just quick utility out here. Tizzy with his Sprout on the first man, trying to line up in the second, but jumps out of the way, and that throws his aim off. USP out next, does get one good kill with a CZ, and the AK still left against 3 more of the T-side players. Could get wrapped in from Smooya, who's still sitting in connector. Damage done to Dennis, and they've held them off for the time being. Searson still hoping for a peek back from the CT forces now that the smoke is cleared. Have got a re-smoke down so they can stop the push for a second time. With all the utility being used up as well, Smooth's going to go for a big old backstab. This opening frag here towards T-Con, spotted out by Spiddy, and he falls away instead. Dropping down and controlling connector instead. .30 seconds left for Sprout to make their way into the A bomb site. Zentaris has an SMG. Only man to defend against it, but with the noise that they're making, they may call in for information and call for backup. When will they rotate? Spray in, long range will spot them now. Has got to get his teammates back here. 10 seconds remaining over at the flower pot area. They cross successfully. Smooya with one good pick, but Dennis will secure this bomb plant, or maybe he might not know. Next swings in and Searson left alone. Zentaris will take him down. And Big stay alive for just another round here. Again, I don't think they're going to make it all the way to 15. be gifted an eco, I think, from the Sprout side, unless they want to also force buy. Not the first time we would have seen that, but... And lo and behold, that's exactly what they're going to do. Get Lil in for Speedy. If they win this round, that'll be like the ultimate embarrassment as well. Nikito pushed up, aggressive. And the spray in. Trying to get some wallbang damage, trying to maintain short control. They haven't really gone so far forward this one. Sprout trying to bait in the utility early on. Well-timed flashed from the Overpass. Smooya, meanwhile, next gets a lot of wallbang damage. In fact, he takes out Keto. Nice start again for Big. No utility for Sprout. Just flashbangs to go in through Monster. Dennis making his way up. Tizian's left him open. They have no idea. Searson and Dennis will go down. Next, not really able to do anything from his position. Spitting. All for the Tabson instead. And Farvin, P250 out and about towards short. An open gap left by the CT defender over at Toxic, and unfortunately, they weren't able to capitalize on it. Farvin still gets one good P250 pick. Centaurus finishes off the job. And the force buy does not work out this time for Sprout. They should go back to the eco. We should be seeing number 8 come out from Big. I've seen them win on eco rounds before, but I think this might be a step too far. 3 players in towards long. Damage being done to Spinny early on. Sprays does not take down a player. Smooya, however, will be able to respond. Second facing against Searson. Third sequence against the next man. Well, Centaurus will control out towards that mid position, so it's all left to Spitty. AK picked up from an opposing CT player. It's best for him to die at this stage to get the money bonus. He'll afford the AK anyway. Trying to bait in the CTs to get a kill on that AWP. Unfortunately, it won't happen. And now the buy comes through. The real buy from Sprout. Third stage loss bonus will lead to the AKs, the AWP for Searson. Limited utility sets for most players from Sprout. Only one full set from Searson. Big. And this is where the comeback road really comes to a crossroads. Straight out aggression from Centaurus, and next they do take out Keto and Dennis. Nice start towards that short position. And again, they need players like that to gain early man advantages, then rotate back out and control. That's exactly what they'll do. Back into the B-bomb site defensive. 2 players from mid will go back to A as well. Sprout left twiddling their thumbs in connector and shore. Like, what do? We just lost 2 players very, very quickly. Flashes in from Sprout will gain that short control once again, realizing that there are no CTs out here. They boost up Searson to get a pick back over at Toxic. That actually might be a pretty okay idea. Oh, Tizian's so ready for it. And even wallbang damage coming in against Searson's line. Big right now have all their bases covered. 30 seconds remain. Smooya with the AWP up to heaven. And Sprout Waiting for the smokes to clear. 20 seconds on the clock. They've only got so much utility. 2 smokes and a flashbang. They bait out Smooya. Try to tap onto his position. Spotting out Tizzy in there. Deals with Searson. Coming back from Farven, but the bomb's been dropped, and that should be round over. Spiddy lines up to hold the phone. Bomb plant to be secured. It lands right in the smoke. Oh, Biddy forced opposition. That's round over for Big. And Smooya charges forward and does end up securing it. But for a moment, it felt like Spiddy might have just clutched it there in 1v4. There's a technical pause, I think, is going to get called here from the Sprout and Big sides. Yeah, small DC issue for the Big side, so this will leave a little bit of a moment's respite. He's for Tabson, who tries his best to get right back into the server. But now this comeback is looking a little bit more legit. 13-2 down at the half, and now Big is still down, but at 15-9, a much smaller deficit. What's the play here, Big? Still 6 rounds to go to overtime. Have to win all 6 as well. This one should be a bit of a gifted round. Half buy from Sprout, pistols only. Utility comes in on the part of Sprout. Next, ready against him. Dennis facing up against Tizian. Turns on for the second Akito. Quick frags. Easy as this, easy as that. 3 for Tizian. And Farven left alone. Perfectly placed nade and everything. He does get out of dodge. But I think that may have hurt him more than he really gained off of taking away from the utility base. Oh, second well-placed nade as well. But Tizian, 4 frags. USP to finish off the job. 4 kills to his name back over at Grill. And again, this is looking entirely possible for Big. You know, the silent side that didn't really do anything, didn't really come alive, didn't make any noise in the T-side half, and now starting to wreak havoc all over Overpass. Taris, look at how aggressive he wants to get right now. 10 grand for him. An AK to work with here in this mid position, trying to look for a frag. He will not find it. The T's aren't going to extend that far out of this one. They will get up towards the park position, but it won't go out of T-Con. They won't offer up the heads for the AK spray. As Tizian looks for the first frag. Catches Dennis for 33. Nice little glide up as well. Straight up to the corner position, and next we there to try and support him. Nice jump face there from Searson to try to get some information, but unable to land any good shots against any CT players because there are no CT players up long. Big. Mostly focus on B and mid, no connector control, and that allows rotation possible for Dennis. If they want to move on towards the A bomb site, they're going to have to go through, I believe, just Centaurus at this stage. They have got a second player also in that mid position. That's Smooya with the AWP. Don't think Zentaris was going for that jump face. If he did, that could have been the perfect chance to open up the round for Sprout. But here they go. Execution set. They are at a HP disadvantage, but smokes come down. Small gap to work with. Are they going to cross to it? I think they've recognized that gap's there. They're not going to give it up to the AWP. At least that's what I think. Incendiary is in dangerously close for Zentaris. One good pixel's all he needs. As Keto takes some damage, the sprays are manic, and Zentaris ends off his life. Quickly switches out to his AK as the smoke starts to clear. Flashbangs to block him off even further. Gets a second kill. Keeps back in with a third, but Searson able to close it out. Tabson next up. Bomb's been dropped in the corner. Faces away. The T side is still peeking in, but I don't think they've got time for this. They're throwing in the towel. Tabson looking for Searson, trying to catch him off after the time hit 0. As Big do claim 11. How much economical damage can they do at this stage? Rounds the corner. Spray lines up, but Spinny and Searson do maintain control of their weapons. Close call. Close call. But Big now within 4 of the OT grind. It's M4 in, Sprout out to the very passive defaults. And it looked like for a second they were going for the 4-man boost there, but there aren't 4 players up, so out towards connector instead. If they could get Searson up there to try and get the opening frag on someone over on the B bomb site, that could open things up for a B hit. But not to be. Smuya falls back to A. Orp still sitting in play. Flash is over. Will gain them a bit of mid control for Sprout. The deagle from Farven's not ideal in this circumstance. Obviously, they are on the half by around the 2 safe weapons. The Dennis opens things up on Zentaris. Smuya still back here with a lot of damage being done. Tabson takes out Farven. Incendiary to stop them getting to the bomb site, but Tabson still opens up with a second and a third frag. Dennis so close on 6 HP. The USP can shut him down, and Tabson gets 4 of the 5 players in play. Searson, no choice but to save. The bomb is completely out of his control. And the mid face looked great initially from Big, but now it tips to the favor of Sprout. Take those 2 teams, swap them around. Looked initially good from Sprout, but now it looks good for Big as they take the 12th on the CT side. Might get one exit out towards T-Con, but he's backing up against the CT forces who are all around him. Jump face spotted, chance for Tabson to get the ace, and he'll get it. AK in, beautifully done. Considering he started with about 9 rounds and no frags in the first half, the fact that he was able to secure that and be the main man of the CT force, it's impressive. Sprout back on an awkward buys, the economy not recovering because of the money that it missed out on when 3 players saved. Oh, Smuya also landing his flicks. Now they're really feeling it. The big dog being Big Twitch. Big kills coming in. And Big if they can keep this up. Overtime should surely be theirs. It was a pipe dream at the turn of the half. Now it might just be reality. Small gap spotted out by Smuya, waiting for the T's to make their way in. Backup is on the way. I think they know that there are bathrooms control coming in. The flashbang's over. Great out towards Smooth's position for him and Tabson. Lock it out. Zentara's close range. Farben gets 1 kill, but Tabson locks out with a second tap. The wombo combo on the A-bomb site leaves Big with unlucky 13, but is it unlucky for them? Are the superstitions true, or will they be able to push us to the full 30-round distance? Are you kidding? I mean, fair play. Sprout needs to win only 1 round, whereas Big need to win 2 to go to overtime. But that is a skewed set of odds. Of course, I'm going to say that, and now Sprout are going to take that 1 round that they need. Might be outdated at this stage, but... Smooya strikes first once again. Keto down. Long control will be established in passive up top long from the T side, but they've got to work with a bit more with 2 players up towards the mid position trying to gain some sort of split control. And Zentaris with the AK back up to the wood corner. Searson boosted. Is he boosted on top of his teammate? I think that is. Yeah. Looking over the flower pot boost. Looking onto APC, expecting a jump face, but Smooya doesn't do that. Terrible idea with the AWP. Time ticks by to 40 seconds on the clock. Flashes over. Smooya spotting out the pixel of ones, and Taurus is dealt with on the corner. And he looking to face around that smoke. No, he'll wait back and call for backup instead. They realise that they work together. They can still hold off against Sprout. It's 4v4 with a HP advantage. The smoke now forced to be used by Smooya as he repositions. Tabson catching that flashbang. Molotov burning away. You can't deny the bomb plant. So Sprout moving close and now losing the man advantage on the part of Big. They've backed right out of the bomb site. Have they got any smokes to go for ninjas? No, they haven't got any utility whatsoever. Big, this is a dire situation. Sprout holds Spitty, very close range positions. 2 players around the corner. Sprout for the first man, trying to connect it to the second. Smooya is down, Tizzy and all that remains. And the comeback was so well fought for Big, but they can't go past it. This time it's Sprout that takes the map at close. And Big will be forced to go to Inferno for this one. This is a full 3-mapper. And again, Inferno is the final battleground of our best of 3. One of these 2 teams will move to the semi-finals. The other one will be going out. So join us after the break as we find out who's who. We'll be back in a short few minutes as the StarSeries and I-League qualifiers will continue.